we're now joined in the studio with Tony Cox. He's going to be telling us all about this year's 9th Sheppey Darts Classic. Tony, it's always good to talk to you. Great to see you back.
Great to see you again, Daniel, and thanks very much to you and BRFM for giving us the opportunity again.
I was wondering, firstly, to start us off, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement in the Darts Classic.
Well, I was born on Sheppey and got involved playing darts on Sheppey about 50 years ago. Then I got involved in running the league 20 odd years ago. The idea for a big competition came from when we started to get pro players down for exhibitions and make things a little bit better for the league. And the initial idea came from Caroline Sams, whose husband was a pro player at the time.
What is the Sheppey Darts Classic and how did it start?
The Classic started 9 years ago and has gone from strength to strength after an idea to run a big competition on Sheppey due to the amount of dart players Sheppey has. We also owe a big thanks to Tom and Lee Dunn at Merlin's as they provide the venue and the single winner's prize. We must not forget BRFM, who give us a lot of support and publicity, and look forward to meeting some of the presenters again. This year, as when you record interviews as it happens. I must also thank Steve March, Sam and my family, who all get muck in and make a great weekend of it, as I couldn't do it on my own.
Tony, if you are a local player, how can you enter?
Well, most pubs and clubs have got my address and telephone number along with all the details of the league, so I can easily be contacted. Entry forms can also be downloaded from www.sheppeydarts.com, so that's quite an easy one to remember. As long as you come from Sheppey, then it's sheppeydarts.com.
If you enter as a darts player, are there any prizes, Tony?
On the Sunday, it's mostly on the Saturday, it is mostly money that is paid out again as prize fund. But the ladies and youth competition never gets enough support, so I usually make it up to a reasonable amount. This year we have listened to people and added a prize for the ladies losing semi-finalists, something we haven't done before. It's just been the winner and runner-up. On Sunday, we pay out £2,000 to the winner, £1,000 to the runner-up, and then pro rata right down to the last 16.
Tony, how big is the event, and how far afield do players come from?
Well, the competition's got bigger every year, and it's probably the largest in the south of England. Players not only come from all over the UK, we get a few from France and Holland and Ireland, everywhere.
Tony, I was wondering if you could sort of refresh our listeners from last year. Who won the competition?
Well, last year the singles was won by Andy Belton. He'd had a break due to illness. Unfortunately, he had a brain tumour. They successfully operated. He missed a year but came back and successfully defended his title and won our trophy, so we've had to buy a new one for this year.
Tony, before you go, I was just wondering if somebody at home, one of our listeners, would like to play darts, are there any sort of clubs they can join?
There's many local pubs and clubs on Sheppey that would welcome new players, and you don't have to be a great player, just enjoy a good night out and play darts. If people contact me on 875263 or go on our website www.sheppeydarts.com about anything we have spoken about tonight, from sponsorship to playing darts, I'll do my best to help you out.
Tony, before you go, could you just refresh our listeners where and when the Darts Classic is?
Yeah, it's the 4th and 5th of June, and it's been held once again at the Merlin's Complex at Laysdown. And let's see a lot of you local players there, because at the moment we haven't got many local players entered.
Tony, as always, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along and telling us all about this year's Darts Classic.
Thank you very much, Daniel, and we look forward to seeing BRFM at the venue again this year.
We certainly look forward to coming down there. That's Tony Cox telling us all about the 9th Sheppey Darts Classic here at the Monday Night Community Show this evening.